bowls and there's crown green bowls. Subtle differences which we'll explain in a moment. But in the sport of crown green, perhaps the most famous location is Blackpool, and also perhaps the most famous competition is the Greenall's Waterloo Handicap. That's what we've got for you this afternoon. Now that explanation, it comes from Michael Leach.
This is the Waterloo. This is the Wimbledon of crown green bowling. But unlike Wimbledon, anybody can play on here. It may look a flat green, but it isn't. There's hollows and undulations everywhere. Over 2,000 square yards of green, 45 yards square, nearly 70 yards from corner to corner. Same principle, of course, of flat green bowls to get near the jack. But the jack's different and the rules are different. At crown green, you only have 2 bowls instead of 4, and the jack is biased in the same way as the woods are. You don't have to play up and down one stretch of green, you can play anywhere. You have to go at least 19 metres, but you can go as far as you like, the full 70 yards if you want. The competition itself, the rules are that everybody plays off 5, unless you're a past winner or runner-up when you're handicapped behind that. It's 21 up, and the winner has to win at least 10 games to win the competition.
Another complication, 2 Smiths in the ladies' final. Lesley Smith in the pink against Sylvia Smith. Michael Leach is joined by Harry Rigby.
Sylvia Smith leading out, but there you can see Lesley Smith, who's in the pink, how she's got to the final. Today she's played Elaine Milligan and Maureen Boyle and won both games comfortably, played really well in the corners. She's probably just favourite to win. She's last year's runner-up, so she starts off 4 instead of 5.
Now we have the opposition, Sylvia Smith, and the way she got there. You see the 6th round, she beat P. Gorman 21-14 and then beat Pat Bennett, a champion from Stockport, in 21-14, and then a real tough match in the quarterfinals with Barbara Rawcliffe, a real thriller, 21-20, and in the semi-finals, Angela Carter, 21-16.
So Sylvia leading without sending a ball. She starts off 5. Lesley handicapped as a result of last year's runner-up performance, off 4.
There's Lesley.
Struggling. It's not going to win it.
Just curled around the back. There's Sylvia bending down, picks up a non-counting wood and signals 1 to the markers. There you see the counting ball on the right-hand side of the jack. Sylvia just tidying up the house a little bit before she sets the table for the next round.
Sylvia now leading. It's been a feature of her performance today, certainly how well she's led. She's picking a round peg mark across the green, about 35 yards.
Now down, off it goes. Lesley at the back, watching with interest, hoping it's not too near, but it's closed in blue. Just gone by. And it's in the pink. It's Lesley.
She's signalling, she knows it's tight. Put her hand out to her left to indicate that she'd missed the land. Second.
Yeah, she fell out with that one a bit, Mike. Didn't like it. Almost waved it away.
Another good land from Sylvia. Another good bowl.
Dead level.
Big round of applause from her supporters. And she's starting off leading as she's led throughout.
Oh, bad rub there. Just pegging in that ball. May never have won it, but it straightened it up and just cast it away.
7-4.
And Sylvia now a nice handy 3-chalk lead. She's waiting there in blue, just giving the balls a quick polish. Make sure that they're firing on all cylinders, and she's picked the jack up now to set the mark.
She's going to come back where she's just come from. Thumb peg mark, certainly the distance she likes. Coming towards the edge of the green, just into the shadow thrown by the stand. The lead wood.
Looks a lovely road, Mike, this. Just beginning to bend at the right time. It's got to run a bit more yet, but it's cocked up short. Just packed up that.
Lesley, beautiful delivery, long follow through. But she's left it. It's struggling, it's not going to pass Sylvia's bowl. No danger for Sylvia. Lesley concentrating on the land behind her. Good land this. And she's put some in it. This is a good bowl.
Nice adjustment there from Lesley Smith. Just put a yard in that ball just to get it down the hill and past the jack, but play in a very handy situation there. This one looks to be doing the trick for me. Stuck out, never pegged an inch.
Certainly one to Sylvia. She's looking to see if she's a chance of two.
Sylvia Smith, 8-4.
And back she goes. The same mark again. Lesley yet to score.
Yeah, she certainly likes this piece, Mike. She's cultivated this very nicely. She's now a very handy 4 chalks in front. And led another good ball. Can't be a bad one wherever it stops us. Good wood.
Lesley looking long and hard at that, wondering whether to change her peg, I think, but she's decided she can get round it. But again, she's cut it. She's narrowing past it, but she'll narrow past the jack as well. Gone out.
Already she's given this the same land. You know, bangs the balls smack on the road, into the other, just a little rub will do. 2 good woods. She's got to play a decent ball here, Lesley Smith, to get in at the end. Well, she's given it a little bit more land, but maybe again she might be tight coming down the hill.
Yeah, she's certainly tight.
Double. A double to Sylvia.
And a lot of pressure on Lesley now. She's not scored. Nervous moments for her. Just explaining to Sylvia where she went wrong.
Well, Lesley Smith continued to dominate, and we rejoin this ladies' final at the start of the 15th end.
Played another swinging mark here. This might have left it a little bit, and she's narrow. Not a good lead. Slight reprieve here for Lesley Smith.
She's taking advantage of it.
Gets the winner's applause. She's from Warrington. Lesley Smith plays for St Oswald's. She lost to Karen Johnston in the 1992 final. Was in loads of trouble here. Played one.
Well, has that won it?
Must got to have a chance.
Again, Lesley wants to know. Let's see if she gets the information she needs this time.
See if she gets the bad news. Run on. Run on. That's gone out. Could be the end. But she thinks that the back ball's on. I think Lesley Smith may have saved the day here. He snatched another single. Precious single at this stage.
Lesley Smith, 8 all.
Well, she must come to this corner. It's her only chance now. Needs to string 5 or 6 good ends together to get back into this game. Good lead.
Cracking ball that. Played about 50 yards there. And if you think it's easy, just send a few now and then and we'll see them spread out. But that's a very, very good lead. There's one here off the road. It's in the bottom side. Can't win nothing.
I actually don't think Lesley's out of this game completely yet. If she can just get in the full corners and lead well. And she's running after this. She thinks she's still a chance in this game.
Just pinched another that. Oh, this one on a road. Got to get up. Got to get up and peg. It's in bottom side again unless you can get a glide.
Might have saved one, that. The crowd called 2, but I think that has a chance of being second. Lesley looking long and hard again. There's been a lot of close things. I think Lesley's claiming that she's 2 this time. Sylvia's call for pegs.
Well, we'll soon know. Here's the string people coming on. They'll put the egg, put the string on the edge.
Referee will judge, make sure that both measurers are touching Jack and Wood and that the string's tight. Now, let's see if we can see whether or not, if there's any slackness on this, this ball's in. And there it is. So it's only 1.
Lesley Smith, 9 all.
Oh, Lesley Smith now picks up the jack. And at one time she didn't look as though she'd get halfway up, but she's now approaching that stage. 9 with Sylvia Smith wanting just the single to take the title.
It's gone thumb peg as far as she can.
A beautiful road if she can only run away. Run on again. It's a dead length ball now. Very little past the jack. Not easy to beat it. She's on the way down the hill here. It's doing the trip, this.
She's a mile too far missing. Has she missed the wood?
Oh, one off it. It's the cruel part of balls. In off the table leg there and she's stopped in. And if that would count, she'll pick up the title here at the Waterloo.
Well, has Lesley reached?
Oh, they're shouting Wade in. They think it's all over. This ball's limping in on 3 engines. Won't get there. Wade in. The winner, Sylvia Smith, has won the ladies' Waterloo title, beating Lesley Smith from Warrington 21-9. Well, shows a nice appreciation that they show good sportsmanship. I don't remember you kissing anybody, Mike. It's very nice, isn't it, that, to see that the women...
Yeah, game played in good spirit.
Yes, very good indeed. But she's played well, Sylvia Smith. It's easy to say that, but she's led a lot of good balls and deserves the title.
Sylvia Smith.
Yes, Sylvia Smith, a commanding performance, and in the Blackpool sunshine, getting the ladies' trophy in that Greenall's Waterloo handicap. And the first men's semi-final that produced a really tense contest, and we'll have that for you after our next race of the afternoon from Newbury. But on Grandstand this afternoon we've been following Crown Green Bowls, the Greenall's Waterloo handicap from Blackpool. We've seen Dave Jenkinson win a very tough semi-final. Well, the other semi-final was between Alan Broadhurst and Andrew Buckley. We'll join that equally tight match, 17 each. We're in the 19th end. Broadhurst is in blue, and the commentators are Michael Leach and Harry Rigby.
17 all. Change of tactics. Coming to the middle of the green. Finger peg, a round peg. 45, nearly 50 yards.
And a swing, and again asking it to run, urging it to run, but it's no good.
Alan's not having that peg at all. He's changed his peg. Good green knowledge, of course. Knows the land and has played a good bowl. Now, will Andy persist with his round peg, or will he change to straight peg? Round peg. Running after this. Wafting it, but it's not going to get past his own.
Oh, bad ball. Bad ball is going to cost him a double and put Broadhurst in a commanding position and able to lead for game.
Alan's now trying to count one underneath. He's made sure he hasn't hit the short bowls. Be all right if it runs. It's not. Has it got in for two? Taken one out.
Big chance of two here for Broadhurst.
Giving him two?
Yes, no doubt. Now Broadhurst gets settled down. He knows this is the crunch time. He can get out. Two at this end puts him in the final. And Buckley, capable of digging out winners all the time. Big danger.
Alan's after this. I think he likes it. I think he likes this.
The crowd will like it in a minute, Mike. Oh, just weighing up now what's going to happen here if Broadhurst wins. It looks like a bad bet for him.
Well, this has a great chance. It can.
Gap.
Not going to go through the gap.
Oh, what a good ball for nothing. Never got a touch. This is the gap. Watch it. It's about just over a foot to pick up. Goes right through. Misses the jack and out. Now here's Broadhurst. Lies one. Needs two for game. Hoping a double up here and leave Buckley in all sorts of trouble. And the crowd are tipping this to count another. Yes, he's got to lick these.
The only trouble from Alan's point of view now, there's no gap left. If Andy plays exactly the same bowl as his last, he's certain to count. Well, he's reached. Is he over the top?
Listen to the crowd. The murmur will tell you he's out. Broadhurst is through to the final after a wonderful game against Andrew Buckley from Cheriton. Alan Broadhurst from Wigan goes into the final of the Waterloo 93.
So out of 2,048 competitors, we're now down to the final two. The final will be Dave Jenkinson, who'll be playing in red, his opponent Alan Broadhurst in blue. Well, we join the final with Broadhurst leading 12-10. It's Jenkinson to lead out, and Michael Leach and Harry Rigby continue commentary.
Jenky immediately shuts the game down a bit. He's come to play down the middle again. This is a mark that's, providing he gets in, he can go straight back across the green. Picked him up a few chalks in plenty of the earlier rounds. Played a no ball. Got to reach, Broadhurst. Got to reach. Limping. Not just limping, and it's done that.
He's put some in this.
Yeah, an orthopedic job.
I think he just played a bit quickly there, David. Should have just taken a few more moments to deliver.
Yes, he got it away a bit sharp, didn't he there, Mike? It's, you know, it's easy from the side, so he might sneaked another here, Broadhurst.
Alan just opening up a nice lead. Be well happy with the way the game's going. He deserves that lead the way he's playing. He's just leading better than Dave at the moment.
Might go in the ditch, that. No, it's stopped. Just.
Good judgment not of the jack. Gone in the ditch, he'd have lost it, of course. Yeah. What sort of lead can he play to this? It's not a good jack if his wood's in the ditch. Furious with himself. He's going to let Dave Jenkinson back in the game here if he's not careful.
It's the one thing he didn't want to do. He's just got the jack to stop in a good spot and then played past it. And Dave's played a bit of a no ball, short. Well short.
Can't run into the back of it, surely. Surely he's not going to run into the back of it. Well.
A big smile there from Broadhurst, but I don't think he really meant it to laugh.
And Dave Jenkinson's changed his peg. Very quick decision again. Going round peg now. Played a marvellous wood.
What a great ball of Jenkins, that. That was a wizard. Real cream ball, that.
14.
But Jenkinson, here without any hesitation again, decided he wasn't going to run into Broadhurst's ball. Round peg. Marvellous wood. But his difficulty now is where's he going to go where he can get a decent lead. So he's trying the other side of the green.
He's come about, it's a good 45-50 yards out of that corner. Maybe Jenkins' idea to go back across the green, right across the middle of the green going back. But he's still got to lead.
Well, his pace is better with this lead.
Played one.
So has Broadhurst played one too.
Dear, 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 dear. Here's the one with the milk in it, I think. Yes, that's won it. That was a great ball. He had to do it. Good
He's
lead.
reached. His line's good. His line's good. He's done something here. He's done the gap.
Oh. Well, wouldn't believe that, would you? He's just split the jack and the ball apart there. He's only got to take the jack full and he's got a double.
Well, that's a very unlucky ball. Apart from anything else, it's made it actually easier for Alan Broadhurst to get a two. Yeah, I think that's going to be a decisive end. Alan's claim 2. Dave's going to give it him.
No doubt, Broadhurst pegs a double.
Broadhurst, 16-12.
Now he's opened a fair gap now. This is the run in after the halfway stage, 21 up. Wants 5 for the title. Nice gap of 4 in front of Dave Jenkinson. Jenky a little bit unlucky at that previous end there. Just doesn't get the right connections.
After this, he likes it. Perfect length, foot wide. Well, this has a chance. Is he going to make the right connection this time? Just fallen outside. Asking for information.
Doesn't get the answer he wants. The referee shouting blue ball, Broadhurst. That was a good ball, that of Jenkinson's, but he's just on the wrong side.
Well, Broadhurst is as back as he dare be. He could nearly have put Jenkinson's wood in if he'd made contact with it there. Yeah.
Jenky watching his own wood away, swinging to the right.
Well, this must have a chance. This must have a chance this time.
Oh, what a good ball. Yes, just clenched his fist there, Dave, and urged himself on, but it's a cracker. It's coming down. Watch it run down. What perfect pace here. He's got to get inside the blue ball. Stops just right.
Yeah, big pressure ball that. He was 17-12 down if he didn't beat that. 13-16 as it is. Now he's shortening the length quite considerably. In fact, he's virtually playing to the crown of the green. You don't see many people these days playing to the crown of the green. Nice tactic. You'd expect it to be heavier with it being all uphill, but there's just a bit of run where it is. He's made a good lead. Just trickles well there.
Hiding the jack. Just behind the first ball led, and Broadhurst played another very good ball just behind, in the right place really.
Dave wanting to know how far his wood was off the jack. He didn't want it to be touching then. Any contact, of course, on the wood, and the jack's likely to go to Alan Broadhurst's back bowl. I think he's slipped up if he's not got one. He needs to be counting 2 there. Broadhurst will certainly play through. Dave's told him he's only 1.
Watch this, he's asking again. He's not happy, Broadhurst.
And he's about 2 foot 6 foot last him.
He's played through at it. He's on the top bowl, if any. Any contact now? Any in-offs?
Oh dear. David nearly turned a shade of white then, because he thought Broadhurst was going to get a double rub and fall in, but all ended well for Jenkinson. He pinched a chalk out of that.
Now, where's he going to go from the middle? Playing as short a distance as he can. (14-16).
Oh, he's racing. The crowd already shouting at this ball to stop. It's gone nearly 3.5 foot by. It's not a very long mark. It's only about 26, 28 yards. No more, and Broadhurst has got that to lick. He should beat this. But he's going past the jack and all. about a yard.
I think he's caught them both there because the mark is very short.
Won it.
He'll have to stop.
First ball that.
Didn't deliver that cleanly.
He got that away like a cow wheel there. He played it sideways. Can't believe that.
David Jenkinson, 15-16.
Yeah, I think Alan there, he was so conscious of the short distance that he just held on to the ball a fraction of a second too long.
Well, Jenky putting in a bit of an effort here now. He's trying to put Broadhurst under pressure. He's back in the game then. Another very close contest.
It just needs to start leading though.
Again, it's a bit of a wandering ball this round the jack. He's a big yard overplayed. He turns away, doesn't like it.
Well, this is certainly better.
Got to miss the back ball. Well, there's no question about no questions being asked at the moment.
Now he's short.
Yes, it may be that Jenkinson is on with the back ball, but from the picture here, the blue ball looks to have a good chance.
Yeah, who's on?
Dave Jenkinson says his back ball is first, and he's looking as if it's a measure for two. I think it's only one, he says, but it's a measure for two. Lot of room here, but having to change his peg to avoid the possibility of hitting the short bowl.
Won it.
Good ball that.
Won it, first ball. It was a good ball because he had to find his own way in. Twirled it over in his hand and played the opposite peg. That was a good ball. Only one.
Alan Broadhurst, 17-15.
Yes, it was important for him to beat those. Psychologically, if he hadn't beaten those woods, he'd have been behind in the game again.
Well, again, he's going in the country, Mike. Picnic day again here. Pack the hamper because he's going a long way. I think he's going to go back in the opposite corner if he gets in. Smacking his leg, naughty boy. He thinks it's a mile over and it's a good one, this.
Well, David Jenkinson's land looks good. He's close to it. Just going to peg out.
Jenky down again. Got one. Looking for another.
Certainly got one.
And plays one. Oh, reeling this. Two very good balls here.
Oh, very important end this. Can he rest on the woods? Can he rest on the woods to win?
Chances.
Yes.
Won it. Won it. Oh, that's a cracker. Crowd really waiting for that one to come in.
There's his son cheering him on. Neil.
16-17.
That's a tremendous ball.
Here's the ball coming down. Jenky's got to be a saver. Must lodge on the two blue balls to count the end. Done it. Perfectly played ball. And there's Dave just weighing up the country in front of him to set a mark.
Well, I thought his tactic to go to the middle of the green was right. It's gone a bit further this time. At this stage, it's important that he goes somewhere where he fancies playing a decent ball. Doesn't matter how easy the mark is. He's just struggling. Well, Allen's after this because it's only just going to pass Jenkinson's wood if it passes it. Long look. No, long look, and he's going to have to go back and look now because he's not sure.
Well, I think he likes his own. I think he likes the blue ball, Broadhurst. He's had about 3/4 of looking at that. They're almost in the line. But Jenky now has got to pass those two to count the end.
Well, he's changed his peg to pass them and he's played a good wood. Oh, this is a ball.
Brilliant.
He's had to play some marvellous second bowls as David Jenkinson because his lead bowls haven't been as good as they should have been.
Here's the ball. Jenkins reeling, taxied up there.
Well, Allen's playing round. He's nearly going to hit those bowls.
Still looking at the end here. There's some doubt about whether Jenky has two. Another loop from Broadhurst. I think he might kick him in any minute, Broadhurst.
What he's done there, with his second bowl, he's actually turned his own wood over. And his last bowl obviously isn't in the count.
Well, they'll have to get the string out, Mike, now. We'll know in a sec.
I don't think you'd necessarily want a lot of money on Allen's judgment on today's performance. He's called for the pegs a lot of times.
Just heard a lone cry from the crowd there, too. Must be a Jenky supporter. Definitely back Jenky.
Put it back. Put it back.
Alan Jones wanting it absolutely right. Oh, I don't believe that.
He's pegged it's a dead end.
He's called it a dead end.
David Jenkinson, Alan Broadhurst, 17 across.
Well, that means that Dave Jenkinson only gets one, with the referee and markers and measurers unable to separate the other bowls. So if Jenkinson loses 21-20, he'll be wondering about that measure.
Played one. Oh, reeling here from Jenky. Dead level, about 6 inches at the side of the jack. Broadhurst's got to be far enough. He's certainly on the road. Certainly on the road. If it runs and runs, this could pinch it, but no, it's just stuck out at the finish.
Handy place. Dave Jenkinson now needs to be up to make another. Well, his line's perfect. What a ball this is.
Another one here for Jenky, 2 for the Reds.
I don't think there's much doubt what the next ball will be. I can't see Alan doing anything other than striking at these. Here it comes. He's done it. Done it.
Yes, got it. In the gutter, nullifies the end, reset the mark. From a yard on the green, from where the jack left the green.
Tremendous strike, full-blooded strike, full contact. Still 17 all.
Oh, Jenky must have been hoping for a miss there, because that would have put him in a marvellous position of being able to lead for the Waterloo title. He'd have only been 2 chalks off victory. But Broadhurst, good pro in this field at bowls, plays the right time, right balls at the right time.
Just gone yard past, really.
Just rambled on a bit, that.
A lot of pressure on both players now, 17 all. One bad end can cost them really the title, and Allen's played short.
Run away, can't get there. Oh, he put that down very easy, Broadhurst. Seeing the amount of space at the back of the jack that Jenkinson had left him. And he's played the same ball again.
It's a bit better, not easy to beat. It'd be ironic if he counts these two when he couldn't count two a foot off. Allen's land looks better.
Won it.
It's pulled up quickly.
Dragged its feet that, but it might have gone far enough to get in. Jenkins. There's Broadhurst arriving at the end. Keep walking round.
18-17.
Yeah, just limped home that. It was stopping all the time, but it did enough. And Broadhurst playing a long looping thumb peg mark down to the edge of the green. He's only about a bare yard on. There's very little space at the back. Anything past the jack is almost certain to be in the ditch, and he's played one here. Even if it stops a big yard short, it's not a daft ball there.
No, it's a good ball on the mark. The way they're playing at the moment, it may not count. Will this stop on? Can it miss? Dear me.
Cruelty. Well, that to me looks as though it might have been a really hooking ball. It's beginning to pull up and smack into the back of Broadhurst's ball.
He's not had the best of the luck that's been going here, Dave Jenkinson. That was certainly very unfortunate. And it's made the end that much more difficult.
Yeah, he's played one of it runs. Starting to stop now, you see. Pulling up.
It's only one, but his own wood's in the way. He's certainly reached. Can he find the same contact on his own wood?
And he played two great balls at that end, Jenkinson, and got nothing.
17.
Broad, he clouted his first ball and then ran into it his own with the second and still got nothing out of it. Bit unlucky there, Jenkinson, in the running, but Broadhurst, cool customer now. Just wiping the tackle and getting ready for the next end. Two chalks away from the Waterloo title. 19 to Jenkinson's 17.
Finger peg towards the corner. He's not going as close to the edge again.
Away it goes.
I think he likes it.
Yes. Drifting a little bit into the bottom there. It's not, but it's not done bad. There's a bit of room.
Oh dear. David's short. Oh, when he picks up his next wood, I think he'll be game against him.
Just limping down the line, that. He never really got it away nice, David. Broadhurst, it's in full flight here, Broadhurst, because he knows that if he can get this far enough, he actually lies game, which he does now. Lies 2 for up in the Waterloo title. Jenkinson.
Don't expect him to count these two, though. Don't expect him to count these two. Jenky, is he going to have a hit? Oh! It's still gone out, I think. But save game.
Broadhurst, all but 17.
Yes, Dave, he's just can't get a good contact on the bowls. Again here, if he hits this bowl absolutely full and replaces it, it's one to him. But it just flicks off it and still just runs out.
Yeah, another half thickness there, Mike, he'd have been all right. If he'd just brought it round enough.
Yeah.
And what a vital shot that would have been for Jenky. It would have been 18-19 instead of that now. 2017 and Broadhurst leading for the Waterloo title.
He'll be thinking to himself, one good lead now. And has he played it? No. It's going to be a yard short at the death.
Still going, still going. It's a yard. It's not a bad ball from where it is. He's a bit nearly 55, 57 or 8 yards in this.
Oh, this is short.
Played a no ball here, Dave. Beautiful road, but short.
Better road than Allen's. Again, he's left himself so much to do with his second bowlers, Dave. Now Allen will be thinking he can really finish it now.
Roaded now if he can run.
Well, it's not going to run, but it's just another ball in the way. This is it now. Jenky has to do it, and he's certainly reached this time. Which is he going to hit?
Oh,
what a ball!
Great work that from Jenky, staring defeat in the face.
David Jenkinson, 18-20.
Digs another one out of the locker there, David. Absolutely marvellous that. Pressure ball, he's now back in with a chance. Here it is, coming in. This one saves the day for Jenky and brings him back in the game. Picks the jack up, little rub. Don't forget, he sent that ball about 55, 56 yards.
18-20, but still he can't get game.
David.
But that was a tremendous wood under pressure. Now, will he leave himself a lot to do with his second ball again, like he's done so often? He has. He's played one this time.
Keep going. Well, the crowd love it. They think it's okay, that. Be about perhaps 20 inches away from the jack, but on that mark it's good. And Broadhurst is trying to get round the top side now. He's lifted it up a bit to peg round. Won it this, I think. Good ball. Very good ball. Now then, Broadhurst lies game and the Waterloo title if Jenky doesn't dig another winner out here.
Has he reached? Oh, can it go in? It's done the gap again.
Gone out. Wade in. Wade in. Broadhurst is the Waterloo champion for 1993. Just beats Dave Jenkinson 21-18 after a really tremendous final.
Well, that's a tremendous relief for Allen. Can't say he doesn't deserve that. He's been a marvellous player on this green. 5 times, as I say, in the final day. And at last he's made it. Didn't want to have the title of the best player never to win the Waterloo. So Glyn Cookson may have to have that for the time being.
But Broadhurst has played really well.
An overdue victory for Alan Broadhurst in the Greenall Waterloo Handicap. The Managing Director of Greenall Whitley, the Honourable Mr. Peter Greenall, makes the presentation. And there's the champion in Blackpool today. Good sport that, with a pretty lively atmosphere.